Hey guys, my name's Alex Roy from Sporties Fishing and Fish Tech Solutions. Today we'll be having a talk about edge rods by Garry Loomis. Over the last 18 months, these rods have been making waves in both the recreational angling scene and the tournament angling scene. What makes these rods so special is a multitude of different things. They're extremely light in the hand, they're very nice to cast, they're very nice to fish with. But it's all good and well in hearing this from your local tackle store representative or having one of the guys talking to you on social media. Once you pick one of these rods up and fish with it, you'll really understand what they're all about. Now, a lot of that's due to the technology and the materials that are going into this rod. Quite simply, there's nothing else out there on the market that even comes close to it. Firstly, it's this carbon rear grip. Materials like cork and hypalon absorb vibration, where carbon fibre conducts vibration. So any little bite that you get, instead of just feeling that little slight tap or seeing the line move or actually having the rod load, you will feel it quite aggressively through the palm of your hand. I've had it on a number of occasions, particularly when fishing a reaction bite, so the fish are coming up and hitting the lure quite aggressively, where the rod nearly jumps in your hand. It's a really, really hard thump. It's quite a unique feeling. The other benefit with that, of course, is casting tight into structure and tight into snags. I'll feel my line moving over a bit of timber. I'll feel my lure, the bib of my lure tapping into a snag, so I can react a little bit quicker. I can either move the lure and navigate it around the snag, or I can hop it over it, or I can pause at a certain amount of time to let it float back up. So that's one benefit with it, of course. The other thing the Edge Black Widow series is running is the black nickel titanium recoil guides. Now, while being extremely light and extremely sensitive, they're also very tough. But going back to the sensitivity, being solid titanium, any sort of bite you get from a braided line, a monofilament line, or a fluorocarbon line is transmitted from the titanium guide straight to the blank. Travels down the blank, and as I said before, amplified by that grip. In the Edge Black Widow series, there's 4 different ranges of rods. The ISR series, which stands for inshore rod. In this, there's anything from the 701, which is a 4 to 8 pound, very light in the hand, nice soft tip, a little bit of bottom end power. 702, 703, getting slightly heavier. 704, 705, absolutely stunning barrel rod. Then we're moving up to something like the 708, which is an absolute stump puller. You take that under the reef, use it for Spanish mackerel, drop to the bottom for coral trout, big snapper, jewfish, anything like that. Also, the other thing you've got is there's a few bait caster series in there, particularly the 606 and the 666 ISR. The 606 I personally prefer as a jerk baiting rod, particularly for bigger fish, barramundi, cod, mangrove jack. The 666, slightly longer, slightly slower action, better for big soft plastics. Moving on from the ISR series, we go to the BSR. This stands for Brim Bass Spin Rod. In this particular range of rods, they're all designed to be a slightly slower action to the ISR, better for keeping the hooks in the fish. They're more of a finesse rod, but you can still treat them pretty tough, pretty rough. Moving on from the BSR, we go to the BCR. Now this stands for Barra Bass Casting Rod. The Barra Bass casting rods, again, there's a multitude of different rods in this series, anything from your 603, 663, stunning ice jigging rods for bass, 664, absolutely amazing. I've personally got this rod, I use it for everything from mangrove jack, barramundi, threadfin salmon, bass, cod, it's caught everything. Going on to some of the heavier rods, you got your 665 and your 666. Both again, absolute brutes, can seriously pull some big fish out of some heavy structure. But again, they are still very, very light in the hand. And the last but not least, of course, you've got your DSR series, which stands for drop shot rod. Both 6'10", a spin and a bait caster. Very, very, very soft tips, good for getting a nice long cast, but also good for keeping the hooks in the fish with bucket loads of power down through the bottom of the rod. Now, every rod in the Black Widow series has all got that same technology. So it's got the recoil guide, it's got the carbon rear grips. So that sensitivity is carried out throughout the range of rods. Look, if you've got any more questions about Edge, particularly the Black Widow series, feel free to come in and ask anyone at your local tackle store, ask the boys from Fish Tech Solutions. We can all be as helpful as we can. Anyway, I thank you a lot for listening. I hope that helps, and see you on the water. Cheers.